Okay, so here's the new Fitcamx. This is a really cool dash cam for a couple reasons. Obviously it's 4K like a lot of them are, but one of the unique things about Fitcamx is it integrates into an OEM housing. So whatever make and model that you're buying, it's going to come in a housing that goes right on the back of the rear view mirror. In addition to that, they include wiring that connects directly to the OEM harness. So it's super plug and play. Once you remove the housing, you swap it out for the one that's in here that looks just like your factory one, but with a dash cam, and then you plug in the wiring and you're done. You set up the app and that's it. Let's open the box, take a look at what's inside, go over the directions, and then get this baby installed and see how it looks. Okay, here we are. Like I said, this does have high resolution. It records in 4K, capturing every detail, and we hope it's going to actually be able to capture license plates. That's the main thing. Obviously, most dash cams are utilized in the event of something bad happening. Usually that involves another vehicle, and if it does, you certainly want the license plate number. So as we said, this is an OEM housing. We have the SD card already in here. It looks great. We have two buttons on here. One is for power, one is for a camera. The front of it looks like this. So basically this is going to sit on the rear view mirror right like that, and then this is going to point out towards the front of the car. Inside of here we can see that the camera housing's right here. It connects via this plug. What's nice about the plug is that it does have a little notch on it, or a cog, so that it can only go in one way. You get the OEM plug, which is also really nice. So basically this is going to plug into the back of the rear view mirror. This is going to plug into the wiring harness of the vehicle, and then this is going to plug into the camera. So it's pretty much fail-proof, right? Pretty straightforward. We have the directions here, and then we have some support info. Let's get this baby installed. So what we're going to do is we're going to press in on our thumbs behind this unit, which eventually we'll bring it down. So again, we're going to press in right here, which is going to release these, and then we're just basically going to pull this off. Now I have a hard wire for the radar detector right here, so that's separate. Then we're going to unplug the rear view mirror. Blue cord goes right in, so the OEM harness goes right into this plug here. This goes into the back of the rear view mirror, that, and then this goes in here, and again, that's it. Now this does not stay connected very well, so we are going to wrap it with some black electrical tape to make sure that it stays in place. Okay, now the fun part. So we should just be able to connect the housing and we should be good to go. Something I found that helps is this connector is so wide, there's not a lot of room in here, and it actually is quite difficult to get this in here. So what I do is I basically use my thumbs here, and then we can push up on the housing to get it connected. But as you can see, it's really difficult. So it sure does not want to connect. Yeah, and then it falls down again. This is pretty frustrating. We'll keep trying, we'll eventually get it. So the goal is to have these connectors basically sit in the OEM clips up here. So as you can see, there's OEM clips here and here, and it should be as simple as connecting these, but for some reason it will not go in, and it's because of this giant connector here in the middle. Okay, so we are in finally. So now the unit doesn't power on. Certainly not been easy to install. Ugh. So after all that, we finally got the housing on and the unit doesn't power on, which means we have to take it all off and start all over again. And I'm not showing you how long this has taken, but it's been about 20 minutes just trying to get the housing on there, and it will not go on. So I guess we'll take it all off and try again. No buttons, nothing's working. Okay, so now we have a red light. So this is the boot sequence, and now we're good because we have a blue light. Let's see if it stays this way while we try to reconnect this. Okay. All right, now that we have everything installed, let's take a look at the app. So Fitcamx has its own app. We'll go ahead and open it. This is the name of the Fitcam. We have to connect it via Wi-Fi, so we're going to click on Connect Camera. And this will take us into our settings here, and then we'll go down to Wi-Fi. And it's not there. So after about 30 seconds to a minute to boot up with the camera, it did show up as my network, so we'll go ahead and connect here. All right, so now we're connected. We'll hop back over to the app and it'll connect. And we can see that we're actively recording. So we can also take a look and see what the image looks like. We can certainly turn this sideways and get a full picture of what we're looking at, which is nice. As you can see, it's pretty darn clear. How do we get it back? Do we swipe down? No. That allows the microphone to be on. So here we can take a picture. Here we can pause the video. Recording paused. Recording on, which is nice, but how do we get it back? Horizontal lock. Okay, now it's back. Interesting. So camera settings, there's not a ton, which is nice. It's pretty simple. We have sound recording is on, video resolution we could change. If we wanted to do a little bit higher resolution, we can switch it to that. Parking monitoring, this is really nice to have. So auto power on and record video once it detects a collision and your car is off. Now going and looking at everything, we can click here to see the actual files within the SD card. So we have the loop recording, which is normal. We have a snapshot if we ended up taking a picture. So locked is when there was enough movement on the vehicle that the camera thought that there could have been a light collision or something. So it locked all of these to say, hey, look at this, see if something happened to your vehicle. This is just on normal mode. So we have the date, we have the time. Let's see if we can change that to 24-hour. Oh, here we go. We'll go ahead and update that. And we'll go back to the camera. So now we should be able, nope. Okay, we'll go back to the app settings. This is correct, but it didn't update here. As of why, I don't know. Okay, so quick review, right? The features of the Fitcamx are great. OEM-style house, OEM wiring, OEM plug. You have a unit that integrates into the house, and it's pretty plug and play. The software is really simple. The flip side of that is you don't have a lot of customization, and it works most of the time. The basic features that are there, I think, will work for the majority of people that are getting a dash cam, and obviously if you want the OEM look and the OEM integration with 4K with a wide angle lens, this is it. They also give you an SD card. It really is a plug and play system, which is nice. Frustrating part, at least in the TLX, the plug for the camera itself is too wide for it to fit comfortably in the housing on the TLX. Very difficult for that wide plug to fit inside the new housing and be able to push it back on and have it connect appropriately. Did reach out to Fitcam about this. They sent me a couple videos on how to install the unit and obviously use the software, which wasn't the problem. You can get it to work, but it's a really tight. Just make sure that you end up taping the connector really well so that it doesn't come loose. Now that it's working, the highlights are certainly worth it. Take a look at the camera footage. As far as the quality of the camera itself, it's a pretty good cam from a quality standpoint. You can see license plates, which is the majority of what people want these things for, and you can see them pretty darn clear, as well as zooming in actually in the footage when you're on the app. App is very easy to use. Once you connect it via Wi-Fi, you hop on into the app, you have all your features right there. Excited now to have a camera within the TLX Type S. Obviously having a camera in the vehicle or any vehicle is for safety, so I'm happy to answer any questions. Leave them in the comments down below.